Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Rang and Tang. We're back for another season, but this time things have changed up a little bit.
Special edition. Rugby League, Rang and Tang.
NRL, International Rugby League.
Rang and Tang, talk Rugby League.
And it's Battle of the Birds. Birds all day long. Battle of the Birds. Roosters, Sea Eagles. Everyone else? Well, we got a player.
Yeah.
But we don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, you do. You're a stats guy.
The birds soar high.
The birds can soar high. It's going to be a hell of a season. Cow, where are we starting? Sorry, Cow. Who the hell's that? Tang. Hey, mate, you've been in the gym today. You've been banging it out. You've been pumping the guns.
Yeah, it's been preparing for the season, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to stay physically prepared for what we're going to witness this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, Manly going to win the comp, so...
Excited.
You know, every week's going to be...
You dead said reckon Manly going to win the comp this year.
Oh, I think everyone knows that.
Everyone does not know that.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone's suspecting they may not make the 8, mate.
No.
Give me a break. It's like a bunch. How old's bloody Evans? The cherry man.
Was 37 this year.
37. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How old's Chad Townsend? 137. But who cares, mate? He's been there. He's done that. He won a grand final. What year did Townsend win a grand final?
Was it 2016?
Yeah, and when's the last time Cherry did? When's the last time Cherry did?
He won it in his first year.
2011, was it?
12.
That's a long time ago, Cal. That's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago, but, you know.
You reckon Seabold's
going to...
You reckon Seabold's going to take him to the top, do you?
I know he is.
You know it. Well, go on, back it up, mate. Back it. Why? Tell me why.
Well, I mean, you just look at the squad this year we've got. I mean, we finished 6th last year. We should have really been pushing for that 4th spot, but towards the end of the year we had a couple games where we slipped up.
Yeah, but who cares? You got destroyed by the Roosters, and the Roosters didn't even go close to making it.
Well, I mean, we lost 2 of our players in the first minute to a concussion, which is
why you lost, because the Roosters smashed you. You can't deny that, mate. Get off your horse, mate. Yeah. Keep going. Sorry, I'm going to shut up.
It's not going to happen this year. I mean, looking at the Roosters squad.
No, I never said it was.
So, well, I mean, you're bringing up the past.
It could be a miracle, though. With Townsend, he's been thrown away, like I was saying before. Look up Gary Freeman, you young bucks out there. You'll see a tiger that was thrown away. They probably picked him up for $30. And I don't even know what year it was. It was a long time ago. But that kid, he took the Roosters all the way into the top 5, I think. They had a top 5 back then. That's how long ago. Anyway, Cal, convince me. Why is Manly going to win this year?
I mean, they've got their own style of play, which we've seen last year can beat the top teams. We beat Penrith at home, beat Melbourne at home, beat the Chooks at home. Pretty much beat everyone in the top.
You mean
4
your
last
home
year.
at Brookvale?
At Brookvale,
right.
The mighty Brookie.
Right.
Beat the top 3 teams. The Sharks were the anomaly, but the Sharks are always going to be.
Well, that's another beach team, isn't it? The Sharks.
Fucking Cronulla. The Shire.
Who they signed this year? Tucker Waka Waka?
Manly.
Yeah.
They signed Jazz Tavanga.
Oh, and who else?
Siwa Takiaho.
That's Takiaho, man. He's
Michael
the man.
Cheekham. So the forward pack's where we've been missing.
Really?
Missing some depth, though, I felt last year was our clear weak point.
Well, who's your massive second rower?
Big Hamole.
The Kamole.
Big Hamole.
I used to be so good with rugby league players' names, but now I can't pronounce any.
Big Hamole Ola Kawatu. He'll probably be in Origin again this year.
Right. Is that the big second rower?
Yeah. He played last year. He played the first game.
Refresh my memory, mate. I was out of the country for a while.
True.
Was it last year they did the rainbow flag thing and the debacle where no one played? Was that the year before?
That was...
Oh, that was under Desi,
2 years ago, yeah. Desi was still in charge.
So Seabold, do you reckon he's the man for the job, do you?
I've seen enough to be confident in his ability to...
What have you seen, mate?
Well, he's won the comp with South. He won it in, I think, 2013, whenever they won it.
2013, the Roosters beat the bloody man.
Oh, no, I can't remember.
Seabold won a grand final. I thought Maguire won it, mate.
No,
check your facts. Check your fact. You're being fact-checked, mate.
He got to a grand final. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He won.
Yeah.
He won Coach of the Year, didn't he?
Oh, that's a
Before-
great prize, isn't it? Yeah, I wish I won Coach of the Year.
Anyway, we don't really need to be talking about Seabold.
No, we do. We do. You're getting fact
more
checked,
the-
mate. Don't fucking start bullshitting the people. We've got tens of people watching this bloody podcast. You can't get them going to a dinner party saying Seabold won a grand final if he hasn't won the grand final. Yeah, we'll be back after this short break. You blame... Okay, so wait, you reckon... Okay, this all started with Seabold. You reckon Seabold is going to take... You've seen Seabold a few times. You spoke to him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bugging out. It says they fell... Sorry. They got to a prelim final in 2018 where the Chooks... they fell short of a grand final appearance.
Right.
So the Chooks beat them.
Right.
Got to the bottom of that.
Oh,
Seabold
we did.
never won a...
But he did get Coach of the Year.
Maybe he won it on Rugby League Live.
Right.
Maybe he didn't.
Live 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, the video game. And when the hell
Yeah.
is the NRL going to bring out a new video game? Please. Cal, give me a break.
Who knows? Who knows?
So, Manly, what else do you got? You got your... run us through the team, mate. You got your fullback? Who's your fullback?
Tommy Turbo.
Is he, though?
Yeah.
He's going to be fullback.
He'll be fullback.
He's fullback.
I'm confident. I've actually seen Seabold say that Turbo's going to be the fullback this year. So Turbo will be the fullback.
Okay.
On the wings we got Saab and I'm praying it's going to be Garrick. I think it will be, as long as they are smart with their decision. He's a great player, Garrick, but
Centres?
he can't be in the centres. We'll have Kohler and Talau. I think that makes the most sense for the team.
Aren't they good? I heard they're pretty good.
They're pretty fucking good.
I don't... Yeah, okay. 5'8"?
5'8". You got Brooksy,
The barbecue man himself.
the barbecue, with a he's got a 50% win record in the finals. So
Wow.
that's not many people can say that.
And then you got Grandpa
and
Cherry.
then we got the goat. We got
Right.
DCE,
the goat.
the goat, who I think
Okay.
slightly edges Chad Townsend in terms of what he's done in
I
his
mean, you've
career.
got to give it to the guy. He's fit. He's fit. He's a legend.
He's
Good on you.
37 and he's
Good on ya. But you know,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, Lock.
So, Locke, I hope that it's... Oh, no, he's only 35. He's 36 this year. Sorry, Ches. He's 36 at the end of the month. Locke will either be... I think it'll be Jake.
Trebojevic.
Jakey Turbo. He could end up playing in the front row this year, which could be good, could be bad. I think he's probably the best suited to be playing the ball playing lock position in the squad.
Yeah.
Alongside
He's not really
Nathan
a
Brown.
prop, is he?
Nathan,
He's not a big devastating.
no,
prop.
but he just chops.
Yeah.
He chops
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah. But chuck him in Lock. If you want to chop, Lock.
Yeah, I guess.
Second row.
Second row, Hamole. And we got a couple options on the left edge. We got Michael Cheekham, who's come back from South this year, and Ben Trebojevic, who, I mean, everyone thought he was going to have a good year last year, but he ended up sort of having a couple of injuries and never really looked like he was going to be that guy with Carl Lawton, who's left, stepped in last year and he played pretty well towards the end of the year. Front row, we'll be looking at Big Paseka, the monster, man machine, next second coming of Payne Haas.
Wow.
Even though he's probably a little bit older than him. And we've got a couple options. It'd probably be Josh Alloy.
Good source, that.
Yeah, he's got some questionable hands I've noticed over the year in terms of...
He's a bit handsy, is he, after the game? Or what?
Well, I think he's
He does catching the ball.
He does come up with a few errors, but
That's
he
all
does
right.
his job. He does
Nothing
his
wrong
job.
with errors, mate. As long as you bring it back with a bit of pain,
Yeah.
you make up for it.
Yeah.
It can be a good thing.
Yeah,
The
true.
occasional error.
Yeah, and
So
then
And, then you. Oh,
the
who's on your?
the bench is pretty strong.
Oh, okay, here he goes. Bring it home, Tang.
I mean, we haven't even mentioned Lehigh Hopewadi, he looks like...
What's he play?
Well, he can play anywhere in the back line.
Right.
Anywhere except for the halves. But Yeah, I mean, he can. I mean, you'd probably just want him at wing or fullback because that's where he played last year. I mean, he's a bit small for the centres,
right?
But he's not in my starting team personally. But off the bench, he could be an option.
But he could also be a fullback option, isn't he?
Yeah, if Turbo goes down, which fingers crossed.
Didn't he play for Tonga?
Yeah,
Wasn't he like one of the better players? And yeah. Anyway, we'll see what Seabold does. What Seabold. We'll see what he does.
This is why it's looking promising. That's the thing about Manly in the past few years is that we haven't had that depth we probably needed to go deep.
You reckon you're deep now?
I reckon we're deep enough to go deep.
Oh right. And where's Takianga?
We'll see what happens with him. He's a big body, so
second row off the bench.
No, you'll get him running through the middle. I reckon.
He's a prop.
Of course.
He's good with his hands too. That man.
Yeah,
heard some stories about him.
Yeah.
So that's your second player on the bench. Who else you got?
Well, I mean, we've got so many options. We haven't even mentioned Jazz Tavanga, who's come from the Warriors. He can play lock, prop, and even hooker.
Yeah.
So that could be the 14th man. Nathan Brown.
Brownie off the fence.
Back fence Brownie. Who else are we missing? Toff Sipley. He's another good niggly prop.
Right.
Cheekham.
So you're feeling good, mate?
I feel that's the depth we've been missing.
You're saying you were missing depth.
Missing depth.
So when the Roosters trounced you after we took out two players in like two tackles, that was pretty impressive. You got to admit, Cal. You don't see that every fucking day.
Well,
do you?
You don't. You don't, particularly in a
final,
a finals match, semi-final,
right,
against one of your biggest rivals.
Battle of the Birds, mate. Battle of the Birds.
Yeah, it was I was at that game. It was very it was intense atmosphere.
Right. You were expecting so much more, and you went home devastated.
Well,
it was a good season. You'd beaten Canterbury the week before. You got out of jail, you got to admit.
No.
You scored in the last minute, didn't you? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Last
second?
No, it was like 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't see it.
We just held on.
I just
held on hard.
Oh, you held on hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So Roosters.
The Roosters.
It's like the dentist went in to take out one tooth and he took out like 7 teeth.
Yeah.
Basically. And then he put in like a really old tooth off a homeless guy. They called it Chet Townsend. Just stuck it right in there. Hey? Oh, no, he's a great... No offence, Chad. Good name. I reckon I like a washed up. Wasn't he... Oh, I don't know the details, mister. You got the internet at your fingertips. But correct me if I'm wrong. He was playing for North Queensland and then he got dropped. Is that what happened?
They had what's his name? Jake Clifford come back from the Super League, who had been playing there for a few years, and he sort of came into the team after that period where they weren't doing very good, and he put a pretty good run of games together. And
so he did get dropped.
Well, he got dropped for a younger, more.
Either way, he got dropped, Cal.
He got dropped. Yeah. He got dropped by the Cowboys.
So he's now our starting halfback.
Yeah.
So, I like that. Have you ever seen... So he's obviously got the talent. He's been to a grand final. He's been playing for a long time, right? How old is the big Townsend man?
How old is Chad Townsend? He's been around 32, I'd say.
Well, perfect. He's been around, and he's got something to prove.
He's 34. So he won the comp with the Sharks in... He won the New South Wales Cup. No,
2014, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's about right.
It was after the Roosters, because, or was it 15? Something like that, around there somewhere. Which is a while ago.
Yeah, 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was with Maloney.
Yeah.
So that's a long. So this is really the last kick at the can in first grade, and I'm just going to throw out the warning: look out! I reckon Townsend's got something to prove. You've got an old man that's fired up.
Back in his hometown of Sydney. He's
back in Sydney. He's
been
back.
away for a while. Because he had a brief stint with the during COVID with the Warriors. Played 5 games for them.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't had a brief stint with the Warriors?
Exactly.
Bloody Warriors. Piss off. Hey? New Zealand, a whole country. We're playing a whole country now. It started off as one town. Now we'll call it a whole country now. Is it the New Zealand Warriors?
Yeah.
New Zealand. It's a whole country. Speaking of whole countries, when's Papua New Guinea joining us? Because what are they going to... What's their mascot? What's their mascot going to be? A bird? It's going to be a bird, isn't it? Some Papua New Guinean bird.
Well, they've got a team in the Queensland Cup. I think they're called the...
Check out a new...
Let's see.
We're fact checking. We're fact checking every fact. Bloody Papua New Guinea and something.
Host Plus Cup. That's what it's called. The Hunters. The PNG Hunters.
That's a little bit racist, I reckon. That sounds pretty racist. No offence. Hunters. All right, so Chad Townsend. Who is going to be the Roosters 5'8"?
Sando. Step on the line, Sando.
Well, you know what? I'm glad. You know, the more you can beat down a good professional athlete and just damage their ego, I think they want it more. So when you go to play the ball in a final and you have your foot on the actual sideline and then you pick up the ball, that's going to haunt you. Hey, Tang? That's going to haunt you for a long time.
Yeah, I mean... to be fair to him, he's still pretty young. He's only played a handful of games in first grade.
But he's getting paid, isn't he? He's played at least 1,000 games of football in his life.
Yeah.
I'm not, mate, good on you. I never did that. But at the same time, don't stand on the line when you pick up the ball.
No. Yeah.
He'll never do it again. So we've got 2 men now that are, and then we've got the hooker, Brandon.
No, it'll be Connor Watson because you got Brandon and
they're both in wheelchairs.
Sammy Walker are both ACLs.
The
so
cheese,
they'll be out for a while.
On our he's on a competing podcast that we've had.
Cheese.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to him. Good luck, cheese.
Yeah,
fucking cheddar cheese. What are they? Plastic cheese. You know.
Yeah.
Good luck. What else, Cal? What do we got?
Well, the Roosters, they've got a pretty young-looking squad this year. So, I don't know if they can make the 8 with that team. Personally,
right?
We'll see how they go. It's going to be very tough,
mate. They've had a good run.
They have.
They've had a good run.
Robbo's had a good run.
It's time to fucking blow it all up. And burn the shit to the ground and rebuild. Robbo's got to go. No offence, you've had a good run, pal. It's fucking time. We all know it. Blow it up. Hand over the keys to someone else.
Who would you
I
get
don't
in?
care. This year, you should just pick a guy in the street, do a Ted Lasso, go get a netball coach from fucking Canberra for all I care, or from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, build up their pathways.
No, just burn the fucking place down to the ground and start again. You know?
Yeah, and you start with Robbo, right?
Well, yeah,
You'd think so,
mate.
There's
no offence. It's fucking time, mate.
Does Uncle Nick need to have a look at his
Nick's got a plan. You know that. He's got a plan. Robbo's got to go. It's obvious.
When's he going to go? Is he going to go before the season or during the season or after?
Well, the barbecue didn't quite work.
He almost
left. He only turned in one of the gas lighters. If it really had to go on the way, we need to get the CIA involved just to make it actually, you know.
Yeah. Bit of a...
Robbo's got to go. Again, no offence, but mate, it's just time for a new song. It's time.
Yeah, I mean...
top 4, awesome. But if you can't beat the 2 top teams, well, like 1 in 20 or whatever the stupid stat is,
yeah,
it's time.
Let's just I think
I think Teddy should stay there forever. I reckon Teddy could stay till he's 60 with an ass that big. That kid could run till he's 60.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he needs to stay forever. And Tupou's never going to retire. We know that.
Tupou,
He could play in a wheelchair and still score tries. Just grab it, boom. The guy never drops the ball. He does. Dom, Dom Young will be gone soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest of the team, just blow him up.
He's still pretty. He's only recent.
No, but we need to actually rebuild a dominant team. The dominance is gone. Kiri's gone. Manu's gone. Everyone knows who's gone. Suwali, good. Fuck off. Don't need you. Go be the poster boy for rugby union and get your face all over some poster. We don't need you. Yeah. Show me one highlight when Suwali ran more than 20 metres.
Well.
One. Just one. Just one, mate. Just one.
Insert clip.
Anyway, Chad Townsend.
Yes, the Roosters, they haven't beat the Storm in a regular season game since 2022. And they only won by a try then. Otherwise, it's.
Mate, one thing about the Roosters, you know what's going to happen? Something's going on. They're going to throw the season. It's no big deal. We already know that.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon if
top 8? If they make the top 8, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah,
they're throwing it. They've got some young guns coming through. They're just gonna keep their head above water.
They're tanking, as the Americans would call it.
They have to. It's the cycle of life, mate.
Except there's no. What would your thoughts be on an NRL draft
for rugby league?
Rugby league draft.
Mate, well, we'll take a quick break. Come back to it because this is
hot topic.
Rang and Tang, Battle of the Birds. Right back after this break.
Yeah. Thank you for sponsoring the show, Gillette Labs. That was a very important ad break. As we subtly mentioned before, going to
it was subtle.
That break.
It was a nice little interlude.
An NRL draft.
How
do you think that could work with the landscape of the game?
What's the landscape of the game, mate? The expansion?
Well, just at the moment, you've got your junior teams who are, and they, you sort of see your players coming through the ranks there. Do you think that should be reassessed by the NRL? And
what, the draft system?
Yeah,
or the way that players are
made? So, for instance, you could have a Tigers who have finished last,
three
times in a row.
Right.
They would get number 1 pick in the draft.
Right.
And it would sort of go, like how, and then the NFL is a good example because they just simply go from last to all the way up.
Right. Really, what's the argument against it?
Well,
the player doesn't want to go there. Well, like Terry Hill. Do you know who Terry Hill is?
I can't say I do.
Okay, well, they did a draft.
Did they?
They tried a draft, didn't you pricks? And Terry Hill got drafted to... I don't remember actually where he got drafted. Might have been the Roosters. Or was Balmain, someone like that. He played for West. This is when West was still around. Yeah. And again, please fact check me, but I'm pretty sure they scrapped the draft because Terry Hill said, I don't want to go to that particular team, and so they scrapped the whole thing. Now, that was probably 30 years ago. So...
Sorry, Terry Hill or Terry Hills?
No, just the unpluralised. Yeah, just the person...
Terry Hill. He played for Manly.
Yeah, he did play for Manly. He also played for the Bird.
He died at age 52 in the Philippines last year.
Yeah, sounds suspicious. But anyway, tell us about the draft.
I think it'd be a great idea. Oh yeah, court case over draft system.
Yeah, and what year was that?
91.
91. So yeah, over 30 years ago.
I'd never know about
correct. Yeah. So they have done the draft. I think it's definitely time to revisit it because...
you could say the same about...
boring. It's boring, isn't it? Watching the same teams just winning.
Exactly.
It's boring to watch the Roosters win everything.
Yeah.
Well, they used to.
Well,
but
and they don't have their own junior system anyway, so they just buy everyone.
Well, and you can talk about the Tigers. What about the Dragons? They're boringly average, like below average. Boringly. Like, no, the Tigers came fucking last. Oh, whatever, fuck. What about the Dragons? There's they came 14th for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah. You got a very good point there. The fucking Dragons.
Yeah, and who else is there that's averagely boring? at least the Tigers are coming last. At least they're so bad. People talk about
the
them.
Titans they've been around there for a few years.
Right. Spice it up.
Yeah.
Spice it up, mate.
I definitely.
Penrith and Melbourne, mate. If they just keep winning this shit, who's going to watch?
Yeah, I know. That's a good point.
Ridiculous.
I guess you could sort of you could compare it to like how the NFL and like on the American sports they do it, bringing in a trade system as well.
Right.
Like we've seen over the last few days in the NBA, Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, one of the biggest trades in probably the history of sports.
Wow.
You got a guy who's essentially a Nathan Cleary-esque caliber of talent.
Best in the league.
He's scored 73 points in a game.
Okay.
That he's done it consistently. It's like swapping a Nathan Cleary for, I don't know,
Chad Townsend.
Yeah, but that sort of
or another good player.
Another good player.
Either way, it's a trade.
Yeah, a trade. So
in the middle of the season.
Yeah, so
and they just go straight away,
and they have a window where you can trade up until that closes. I think at the end, it's soon. Similar with like the English Premier League,
but then they just move straight away.
Yeah, so that
as opposed to NRL is pretending it's 1980, and no one changes teams. And if you are, you're unloyal, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll sign you 2 years from now. What?
Yeah.
It's like saying I'm going to divorce you in 2 years.
Yeah,
let's go on a family holiday.
Do it now.
Ridiculous.
This is outrageous.
Well, not, mate. You need an investigation. It's absolutely outrageous.
See, even the AFL do it.
NRL, fucking
Sort
make
it
a
out,
video,
Melandis.
make a decent fucking video game, and it's 2025, mate.
I mean,
we're on limited time here. We're all going to be dead soon. And fucking speed it up. Can we get a window?
The thing about the NRL is that it's a one tier league, right? So
don't even bring up relegation. Mate.
Well, exactly. So I don't really see why you can't have teams who are trading with players who are needed from other teams.
Well, we need to bring on someone on the show to get the truth out there. Why? We've got women referees.
Yep.
Fantastic. It's 2025. Let's get a bloody window that every other sport on the planet has.
Yep.
And you know what? Fuck the window.
Agree.
Let's get a wall. You can trade any player, anytime, any day. Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
It's ridiculous how we don't have it.
Oh, no. 2 years from now, I'd like you to come to my team. What?
We need it now.
Ridiculous.
We need it now.
Yeah. So that's what I think of a draft.
Yeah. So
it's a draft. Yeah, absolutely. Get your draft. You get your best up-and-coming player, and they go to whoever came last, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that whatever's fair, and then other teams trade it. And
well,
blah,
that's
blah,
the thing.
blah.
Like teams, you can negotiate,
and it creates more interest in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
The draft is actually a fun part of the game. It becomes another occasion where people say, "I need to see these bullfeds smash each other. Oh, I miss it so hard.
Yeah,
I want to see the next up and coming buff."
Yeah, 100%.
Right,
100%. Yeah.
How could it? They're going to Las Vegas. They're paying billions of dollars to rent this ridiculously massive studio, and stadium, and they can't do a trade system.
No.
Or a draft.
No.
Fuck me.
Yep.
I'm getting fired up, mate.
I know. Should we move on to the referees of the game? Just whilst we're in this mood.
I'm a big fan of referees.
Actually, I saw
you can't have a game without referees.
There was NRL, the 9 NRL Instagram page posted a new rules change.
9?
Yeah.
Channel 9.
Channel 9.
No. Great work, Channel 9.
Bloody married at first.
By the way, yeah, referees, all these people out there that want to have a go at referees, you know what you can do? You can piss off. Because these guys are working harder than any player out there, and players make mistakes all the time. If you want to complain about bloody rugby league refereeing, watch a game of rugby union. Watch an international game of rugby union, and they'll literally let a forward pass go that's 5 metres fucking forward.
Well,
and then they did it the other day, mate. Well, watch it. England versus Ireland. ridiculous. Okay, maybe it was 2 meters. I'm getting fired up, but it was still outrageous. Knock-ons.
The fact that if they wanted to, though, they could go and reverse that decision. So
who could?
The bunker. So they have the
In rugby union?
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No, because, they must have seen another angle.
Looking out the window.
Yeah.
They were like in the bunker.
I feel that's a massive change that they could bring into NRL in particular because, you think back to 2 years ago when the Warriors were playing the Broncos in the finals and Reece Walsh thought he was playing NFL. He threw it. That was the worst call I've ever seen.
Out of the hands.
That was a forward pass.
He's so fast, Cal. He's so fast. He's like a guy driving.
I actually think Ezra Mann threw the ball to him.
Oh, he was driving in his truck. He threw it out the window. And it was, if you're driving in a truck and you pass out the window, the ball will go forward, mate. But if it comes out your hands backward, out of your truck window, like that, it'll still go forward with momentum.
Yeah.
Because Reece Walsh is so fast. He's as fast as a truck. On the wrong side of the road, actually. Really fast.
Under the influence.
Under the influence of amazingness. Still going to go forward, even if it comes out of their hands backwards.
Yeah, I know.
That's just science. Follow the science, mate. That's all that is.
Yeah. So, what I was talking about before is that it says apparently that the NRL has confirmed that there's going to be no rule changes for the new season.
Oh,
but
great.
there was a post which the NRL coaches proposed new radical sin bin rule.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It says the sin bin will be used in situations where the tackled player fails their HIA and the offender will stay on the field until the results are known of the HIA. Even if the player does need the full 15 minutes for HIA, the play will be stopped and the tackler will be sent to the sin bin.
What does that mean?
So if you tackle someone, intentionally or not, you'll be sent to the sin bin for as long as the players in the HIA.
But will there be 12 players or 13?
Or they'll be replaced. I think it will just be straight sin bin. If
someone goes HIA,
yeah, I think that's what they're saying.
Even if it's not an illegal tackle.
Yeah,
excellent. I think that's great. I think that's a great idea. Maybe you get down to like 6 on 7.
Yeah,
that's entertainment.
That's
mate. 6-7, 6 on 7.
Yeah, it's an interesting proposition, but I don't think I could get behind that.
There is an old. Well, we're talking about athletes being too strong. Like if you watch a game, Cal, if you watch a game from 1980, you watch when Peter Sterling was playing roughly. It took a long time to get up the field. It was like a long time. They kicked the ball like 20 metres. The ball was like a brick. They kicked this big piece of leather. It was very arduous to make ground. Now one team can go from their goal line to the try line in one set because they're all ridiculously fit.
Yeah.
If you had one player from today's game, send them back to 1980, mate, they were all like school teachers playing rugby on the weekend, and then they'd get drunk, and the props were just like fat guys that were just able to, mildly athletic.
Yeah.
We're now going to get to a situation where you say, well, we need to get helmets. Okay, we get helmets.
I think, yeah.
Well, now you're going to get people tackling, like leading with their helmet.
Yeah.
And then
it's going to turn into the NFL.
It's going to turn into bloody some kind of crazy.
I don't think that'll ever happen though.
What?
Well, it's got its. I mean, it's been a pretty integral part of rugby league for especially for marketing.
What's that?
When not having this, we play with no pads, we're so much harder than
right.
These Americans in particular who play contact sport with helmets and shoulder pads, which I mean they don't really do anything, but
well, yeah, but the majority of the players are they start off this far away from each other and they just go like the blockers and stuff. Like no one's getting injured there.
Well,
Anyway, I don't know at least half of the rules of rugby league anyway, mate. Like, how long are you
I don't
supposed
think
to...
anyone does anymore.
How do you hold... How long are you supposed to hold on to someone, like someone down before it's a penalty? Like, is there a clear-cut rule, or is it just like, oh, that seemed a bit long?
Ashley Klein, you could.
We'll get him on the show.
We should.
Klein, we'll get him from his bedroom, or when he's like in Japan, and from some hotel or something.
Yeah.
On his phone.
Yeah.
Broadcast quality, and ask him the hard-hitting questions. I don't think... Anyway, that's getting into the technicalities of the game. You know?
Yeah. I know you, man.
So draft,
I hope the listener
yes.
understands as well.
Draft, yes.
Yeah.
What was the next rule?
Trades,
yes.
yeah.
Referees, yes.
You know what? I reckon we get rid of referees. I reckon we get rid of the bunker and we just let the players play.
Or get rid of the refs, just stick an earpiece in all the players, and the bunker just calls the whole thing.
It's like
Well, no, wait a sec. If you're offside, we'll fucking bring in some zappers. So if you're offside, fucking you just fall over.
Yeah.
You just
that
right?
That would get people talking.
Like cows. Radley goes offside. Fucking falls down. Oh, now there's a gap. No obstruction.
Victor makes a tackle.
The players know what they're doing. And if you can electrocute a player when they're on the field, they're not going to go inside the 10, mate.
They're not.
They won't.
And they'll know as well.
They know. They know. They fucking Tupou's on the wing. He knows when he's coming in a little bit too tight. You know?
Yeah.
Easy. Head high. Fucking zap him. And then for 10 minutes, just keep zapping him. No, and I don't believe 10 minutes it's not a good idea. Mate, I don't know what the answer is, but taking a player off and making it 12 on 13...
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean, we saw it in Origin, Game 1, where Suwali
stupid.
took
Ruined
off
the game.
I mean, it was, in my opinion, it was never a red card. A send-off, but...
It ruined the game. We're not...
Exactly.
I mean, let's go home at that point. Just go fucking home, mate. Just electrocute him. Suwali, guess what? Fucking electrocute him. You won't do it again. Hey?
No.
He might have needed a stroke. He wouldn't be the face of rugby union because his fucking face would be all fucked. You like the stroke face over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what he needs.
Yeah.
Referees. So no referees. We're going to electrocute all the players.
Dog collars.
Dog
Shot
collars. Wherever they need to go.
Yeah. Well.
And so Manly's going to win the grand final. Roosters are going to suck.
Yeah.
We're getting Robbo another barbecue. We're going to surround him in about 6 barbecues.
Yeah, chuck some TNT in that barbecue.
Robbo, sorry, mate. You had a chance to run.
We'll give him Brooksy's barbecue because apparently he's got a few.
Well, yeah.
Brooksy loves the barbecue.
So Robbo's got to go. No offence, Robbo, but you got to go, mate. You had a good run. You'll get another job. Where could Robbo go?
Well, what if Benji gets sucked this year? What if Benji sucks?
No, I say right now. See, this is where we need the trade window. And I didn't say trade window. I say trade wall. No window. Just any time. Just a fucking wall. Knock it down. Robbo for Benji. We're going to burn the Roosters to the ground. Benji, come over here. Robbo, you go rebuild them. Have fun. You've been here, mate. It's a new fun opportunity.
You look at the team this year, and you'd argue that the Tigers have a better team on
Benji,
paper.
come over to the Roosters. Burn the place to the ground. You've got Luai. It's boring. Robbo, that's what I'm suggesting. Trade coaches during the year.
Yeah. Oh, man, we can look into that. Definitely.
Seabold's staying, though, because he got coach of the year in 2000. What was it? 17? Something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
You coach of the year, mate. Sensational.
Yeah.
So Robbo's got to go. Benji's got to come in. Who could we bring over from Balmain? Don't care about Balmain at all. But
yeah, I mean, well, they can keep their stadium.
It's a nice stadium.
What, Leichhardt.
What about
shit?
Isn't Paul Kent a big fan of the Balmain Tigers?
I don't know.
Where's that cat? Mate, I reckon we could almost sign him up for one of our... he could be the, I was going to say third presenter, but
Nah, we're good. We're
He's
good.
done. He's done.
Appreciate your work, Paul. But
Yeah, no,
right.
he's a bit of a bitch. He complains a lot.
yeah,
But
maybe with Buzz Rothfield on the show. That'd be a bit of breaking news.
no. He's like Robbo. He's had his day. It's time to move on. But that's pretty much it. Battle of the Birds, Rang and Tang, Battle of the Birds, Episode 1, 2025.
NRL's back.
NRL is back. Pre-season.
2 days. 2 days to go.
2 days to go.
Friday, first game of rugby league.
Oh, well, we're coming up to 50 minutes. Not on your time, on our time. And we're probably going to leave it there.
Hopefully the camera's still recording.
Oh, yeah, they love it. And Episode 2 is going to be a banger, mate.
Yeah, I can't wait. We'll go over the pre-season challenge games which are on over the weekend. You got Sharks against the Warriors and Penrith against Canberra.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, viewers. Rang and Tang, we're back.
Yep.
We never left.
No, we never left. No.
If you've made it this far, put your name into the draw. We're giving out a special prize, and you know what it is as well as we do. Thanks again. Live strong, and we'll catch you next time.
See you in the future. Bye.